Hello there. This is your friendly neighborhood banker. And today I'm reviewing The Amazing Mary Jane, number 2, by writer Leah Williams and artist Carlos Gomez. And let me just say about this series, so far, I love it. This was such a surprise how good this series has been right from the first issue. The art is great. The writing is great. It's especially for like this issue number 2. Like Spider-Man's not in this book, and it is awesome. This is as good a Mary Jane comic as I could have imagined. So just, and again, I'm going to have spoilers in this video. But just to kind of recap issue number 1. Mary Jane is going out to do and focus on her Hollywood career, and she gets with this director, I think it's like Cage McKnight, and it turns out Cage McKnight was sent off on a vacation by Mysterio, and Mysterio has stolen his identity, pretending to be a director in order to get production and do a movie about the life of Mysterio. So, man, I can't wait to get into this. So, let me just jump to my $1 marker here. So, here Mary Jane is, and there's this stuff. You humble me. I wasn't always so capable of defending myself. As children, we imagine dangers lurking in darkness and transmute them into something magical. We transmute the fears into a monster, something straightforward in its wrongness. And we go down. She says, she's extending her arm out here, and it's like very dramatic posing. And she says, but as I got older, I saw the world illuminated, and still the monsters remained. They just wore different faces, pleasant masks of smiles and lies instead of showing their true nature. I found out the hard way. As I grew up, the monsters I'd find would only ever become bigger and stronger. It's a good thing then that I became bigger and stronger too. And you know what's so cool about it, it's like clearly this wonderfully drawn, like this, it's this clearly drawn overacting with oh, I'm looking, my eyes are looking up and my hand is reaching out into the sun and over the city, and the dialogue is like template, hero discovering themselves and finding how they need to change and meet new challenges, and it was great. And right here we get to this thing where the director says cut, and here's Mysterio in this director's body. Where's my wind, Mallory? And you there, stop. Oop, okay, we're moving. Just where the hell do you think you're going with my ambiance? I love that. That is freaking funny. It's like so Hollywood, pretentious, artsy fartsy. Not where are you going with my fan? Where are you going with my machinery, my products? Anything like that. It's where are you going with my ambiance? That is freaking classic right there. Let me jump to the $5 bill piece. So what happens is basically Mysterio playing Cage McKnight, they find out that he's basically out of money and his producers have left. So they're going around Hollywood. Mary Jane's kind of taking him around to try and find these new producers to fund the rest of this production. And it's like, fancy schmancy, high class, jewelry wearing woman with dog, cat, or whatever the hell that thing is. No, and then this, high-end tech guy, dressed down dude, perhaps CEO of a company. No. And then this like weird superhero-ish looking guy. No. It's like, no. 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 And Mysterio starts freaking out. Rah! And Mary Jane says, sorry about your table. What Cage means to say is we understand. Thank you so much for your time and consideration. We really appreciate the opportunity. That is good stuff. So this is just lighthearted fun, really well written. And look how she's drawn. Mary Jane, like that's perfect. That's like you just hit the jackpot. And she's even got like the green plaid skirt there, which is kind of like, very much invoking the era in which Mary Jane was introduced. So even 2019, I think it's really cool that she's wearing that kind of an ensemble, and it really works. It really works. As we go on, there's a scene where they actually figure out that the producers of all these different companies aren't lining up to give this guy money because, well, he's just, Mysterio, and he's like acting out and angry, and he's violent and belligerent on his sets, and that's not the cool Cage McKnight. So they're worried because this guy's had like a personality change. So here's this scene. Come here, I have an idea. I don't care for being the subject of your idea face. I feel small. Trust me on this. Since Cage McKnight brand has changed, we rebrand Cage. What? I mean, of course you run hot. You're a Hollywood bad boy, not the mere cinephile nerd they thought you were. You're an eccentric genius. You let nothing compromise the sanctity of your artistic vision. Instead, now, you're on our tour. So, here's Mary Jane basically rebranding this guy with, wait for it, a pair of sunglasses. I love it. And she's just really playing up her really cool, engaging personality. And what I love about this book, in a way, it's like a commentary on not just like, your cliche Hollywood stuff, but it's almost a commentary on itself, because it doesn't take itself too seriously. So I really appreciate that. And they get to this guy who's like this like producer. He's got money in like an auto repair shop, and the guy says, you've given me the specs, the data, the number of projections, but there's no art here. I'm an art dealer. You're a car mechanic. And yet I'm the one with the power to bankroll your move, Cage, and one of the last money men still willing to take your calls, I bet. So my question is, where's your passion for this project? Why should I be excited? Show me where you're hiding the art, McKnight. I can't. What he means is, I can't. We jump to our $20 section, and he goes on this whole oratory where he goes, art is a wavering oasis mirage out in the desert that the observer sees alone. The difficulty will never be in what you can see, but in convincing others to make the pilgrimage to come see what you see too. You must ask them to make an arduous journey of that faith on the promise that it's not actually a mirage, and they in turn are trusting that the thirst-quenching paradise you promise they'll find across the treacherous desert is real. So I can't show you where I'm hiding your art. You just have to come with me. And the guy's like, okay, and he writes him a check. Oh, I love it. It's like between that scene and all this other stuff, it's like if you took a template of Hollywood cliches and stuck it in, they just run with it. And what I like, which is really hard to do as a writer, everybody really sounds like they have their own voice. Like, it's really hard as a writer to, okay, like I'm a 35-year-old guy in the United States. It is hard for me to write for a guy who looks like this, and to write for a gal that looks like that, and a guy that looks like that, and for a gal, but they all sound like they have their own voice. And it's a lot of fun. And I gotta jump to this $100 page here too, because when they're back in the beginning, when they're taking out the fan or the guy's ambience, so to speak, the guy's like, that's our dolly, why are you taking our dolly? And he goes, it's our dolly, it has our company logo. Yes, which we're renting for our production. Nuh-uh. And then comes in Mary Jane in that previous like superhero-ish outfit she's still in, and she says, hey guys, what's going on? And it's like, bam, Mary Jane changes everything when she shows up on set, and she shows up to have a new conversation. It's like the looks, the charismatic attitude, and the guy is just like, hi, I'm Mary Jane. Gosh, you sure are. Hi, like, yep, that's exactly how you should react. You're here to repossess merchandise because the company's not making their payments, and then Mary Jane shows up. and you're just like, yeah, I guess I just hit the jackpot there. So I just love that they do a wonderful job. I can't wait for the next issue. I decided to go for a subscription for this. Again, I like to do direct Marvel subscriptions for books I think I'm really going to be consistently buying, because I mean, what you get, like, what, 38 to 40% off your cover prices. And yeah, I mean, the issue with that is sometimes you get, wrinkles and stuff. And your issues can come a little banged up. But if it's a book that I think is going to go up, and then I'm just reading for fun, who cares? And if it's really a book I'm specking on hard for investment, I'll go to the store and I'll buy another copy or a variant cover or something like that. So that is your friendly neighborhood banker's review of The Amazing Mary Jane #2. Good stuff. Please keep the series going. I do not want this to end.